Hi. Well, there's two messages I'm going to read to you. The first one is from March the 26th. I was on the road, just been on a 10-day road trip this time, 9-day, whatever it was. We left Saturday the 25th of March, and a message came in the following morning on the 26th, which was the 10-year anniversary of Pope Benedict uploading to the internet in Christum Credunt. Now, I want you to all hold on, because the messenger was, until I phoned her, where I just let her know this is exactly what I've been expecting and not to, be nervous about it. And then the follow-on came in yesterday morning, April the 6th. So, March 26th. Good morning, Ash. No doubt you are on your new road trip already. Well, I had a most interesting visit to the kingdom this morning from 7:45 a.m. I woke up to the sound of angels singing, and with that I intuited to visit the kingdom rather than being summoned to go. Ezekiel walked me to the back of the palace, where the miniature version of the true earth could be seen. When we walked over to a large stone bowl sitting upon a pedestal filled with a viscous, shiny liquid. The liquid had images on the surface from across the earth of how things were changing with humanity. Ezekiel then told me that the true awakening of God's children will now grow quickly, for Christ has returned to the earth. Christ, through a younger Yah, is walking amongst us again to gather his people. You will be guided, Ash, and I have been. And those who hold Christ in their hearts will be led to him directly, or will experience a deep faith from within, a revival of the Christ faith. The journey is for us to find him and not for him to find us. For the journey is the awakening experience back to God, much as many of you have already experienced when you found Yah this side of the veil. This rising tide of God's children will also trigger even more pushback from opposing forces. They will play this to the end. Then the message goes on. Now on the matrix side of things, the white dragon is in battle with the red dragon, is what caused the near-miss coronal mass ejection on March the 23rd, which had it faced the earth more directly, would have been cataclysmic. It is the energy of the ejection that enabled Christ to return to the earth in physical form without having to be reborn. Hence, we had the aurora borealis and southern lights putting on a show in the past few days. Ash, I know that delivering this message means so many things, and putting my visit to the kingdom into words this morning is my faith in action, even when I don't see all of the answers to my earthly questions. Lots of love. P.S. You might need your coffee now. Well, I phoned because I was so excited. This is what I expected. So much of Yah's creation didn't make sense. None of it. It was totally wall of weird. And it just got weirder and weirder the deeper I dug, including, just so much. Don't need to go into detail. So this is exactly what I've expected. Hello. All right, so the message that came in April the 6th, just yesterday, is even more. Good morning, Ash. I went to the kingdom at 7:45 this morning. Ezekiel summoned me. There were many archangels in their huge forms standing in the outer court. They were preparing to once again enter the earth realm. They come and go in waves of angelic frequencies. Ezekiel told me that Yah is continuing to make his presence known amongst the people. The Christ frequency is raising the people up to recognize him and to remind them to turn back to God. This Easter will be special, as there will be a noticeable increase of people returning to their faith in God and his Son, a revival. It doesn't matter if it is through a church, so long as the heart has listened to the call to return home. Ezekiel explained that as the frequencies continue to rise, the true earth will be felt and even seen through the dissolving veil. As we become a higher frequency, we imagine the true earth more clearly and are able to manifest it into matter through the Christ frequency back on the earth. The true earth is filling in the cracks and gaps of the crumbling matrix. It will appear gradually as an unfolding. Our envisioning of the true earth will help to hold the frequencies in place to manifest it, true creation in action. Ezekiel gave me the example of cymatics, when you place sand on a flat surface and then vibrate the surface to form different shapes and patterns. The frequencies are what create the patterns of form. The same occurs with water. This is also what happens when we focus on our visions. Again, I was reminded to stay in love and joy and laughter, for they are the highest frequencies for manifestation. Feel the true earth and expect it will begin to show up in your reality. Ezekiel said that there will come a time when the old world will dissolve away as a distant memory. We will still have a memory of it, but it will have no hold over us. Any issues that we have in our lives will be as if we have already passed through them. The veil is dissolving. That is what it's all about. Not this calling for heads to roll and all this kind of thing. Yara and I had many discussions about this, and he often said it could be as simple as we waking up one morning and it's all done and dusted. The veil dissolving. This world of lies put in place by the Tavistock Institute from 1913 out of the British, and its control over the American people. That's what it's always been about. So, yes, be on the lookout for younger Yah. Remember, he has blue eyes that contain heaven and the ocean. And Yah had dark hair. That's what I saw on the cross when I was taken back, giving birth to Adam, March the 30th. In 1991, I was taken back 3 times to the cross, where I saw Yah on the cross, and the bloody mess that he had become. So it's a time to rejoice and envision. Remember, I said to you after Yah passed that everything around Harvey Bay, from the moment that he passed, seemed like I was seeing it with new eyes. The vibrancy of the colours and just new stores, a new energy everywhere. That's what we hold on to. Let go of everything that is of the old and past. Just think of this. You are hindering by holding on to the bullshit and focusing on looking here, looking there, and talking down about this, that, and the other, and what they are doing. Well, all I can see around me is that everything is green and flourishing throughout the countryside we've been through, and here around Tugam I am seeing with my own eyes the true earth. And yes, I am being guided. There's lots of clues, and I look forward to the day. Yah knows. Even today, just as the world is commemorating Good Friday, it was April the 3rd, 33 AD, but today it doesn't matter. Yah was never concerned about the dates. It's the hearts of the people crying out to go back to God and his Son, and to, thank you, Mary. Oh, birds have been a theme. Wow, have birds been a theme. But look at this. This message was uploaded April the 3rd, Monday, and it's, listen to this.
CBN News Watch.
We begin on the West Coast, where the message this weekend was, there's hope for California, and his name is Jesus. That word was preached all over the Golden State at Hope Fest. Thousands were saved and baptized, and as Wendy Griffith reports, they were given a mandate to preach the gospel.
I grew up in a lesbian household with 2 moms. I had never heard the name of Jesus.
28-year-old Ross Johnston was a test tube baby and raised by 2 lesbians. Sunday in LA, he told the crowd of young people it's time for their generation to be bold for Jesus. Scores rushed the stage to dedicate their lives to the Lord.
In 2020, when all the craziness was happening in America, I felt the Holy Spirit speak to me. If you don't stand now, Ross, when will you ever?
Here at Hope Fest LA, many Gen Zers received their marching orders to preach the gospel, heal the sick, and love their generation back to Jesus.
People are looking for their meaning in life, all the wrong places, and then we get to encounter that with the solution, which is Christ, you know.
I'm a missionary, and I see like all the ins and outs of what's going on, what Jesus is doing, and even just behind the scenes, it's just crazy how much revival is happening.
26-year-old Joel Mott says Gen Zers are looking for something real and aren't afraid of a challenge.
We were made for this, you know, like we were made like in the face of corruption, in the face of darkness, like this is who we are as believers. Like we are the ones who shine the light of Jesus.
Today, Ross and Joel run CaliforniaWillBeSaved.com and go around the state preaching and worshiping in places outside the church.
There was a couple walking to a satanic ritual. They walked by, they heard the worship, they heard the gospel, got saved and born again right there on the spot. I'll never forget it.
And it was during that time that the Lord began to give me vision for California.
Hope California was birthed from a dream where evangelist Mondo Matthews saw 10 stadiums in 10 regions of California filled with people seeking Jesus. Sunday, that dream became real.
We've seen hundreds baptized, hundreds saved, healed, delivered, and it's just been incredible to watch all the way from the top of from Sacramento to San Francisco, all the way down to La Paz in Baja California. It's been incredible. This generation needs to be saved. It has to be saved. If we don't save this generation, we lose America.
Wendy Griffith, CBN News, Los Angeles.
Wow. So Yah at work on the earth once again in his almost handsome younger Superman body, 222 pounds of solid muscle. And so everybody be on watch. That's what I suggest. And in his time, I will see him again. And let me just get back here. Yeah, all right. So, rejoice. In the meantime, I'm going to relax and be at peace. Maddie's words of wisdom, everything has been done. And rejoice and keep watch. Remember, Yah has his full power back, so he can appear anywhere at any time. And many of you over the years have seen Yah and myself in different parts of the world, which would always amuse us, as you would tell us of seeing us both. So get excited, be on watch, and remember, focus everything on the true earth. This veil of deception absolutely dissolved. Joy, love, and